guys, in this video I'd like to teach you some things to know about kanji and give you a few tips that might make you feel like, well, kanji isn't that hard. It's still hard, but it might make you feel a little better about it. So first, let's look at this kanji. Some of you have seen it, some of you haven't seen it, but when you are giving a certain kanji that you've never seen before, you might think like, well, you have to write it again and again and again until you memorize, and it's not false. It's right, of course. Like, language is just all about repetition, right? And that's what I did when I was in elementary school, to memorize all the kanji that's in my brain right now. But there are some things that you might want to look at before you start, writing it again and again, because there are some things that will make it easier for you to memorize. Let's start from onyomi and kunyomi. Do you know what onyomi and kunyomi is, guys? Like, kanji have multiple ways to, read it, like, as you know. And it's the same for, English alphabet too. Like, the alphabet A can be read as A, right? There are a few ways to read it, and it's same for kanji. But for kanji, let's say there are 5 different ways to read that specific kanji, right? You can group them, that's the way you read, into 2 different groups that's called onyomi and kunyomi. Onyomi is used when the kanji is with different kanji to make one word, and kunyomi is used when the kanji is just by itself and working by itself. So, for example, with this kanji, nozomu, it means to hope, it's a verb, but as you can see, the kanji is just by itself and working, right? So that's when you use kunyomi to read it. But when the kanji is with different kanji, like for example, kibo, it means hope, but you can see that it's with another kanji to make a one word, right? Then you will use onyomi to read it. And you will see why I explained about onyomi in a second. But before I explain about it, let me say this to you, that learning kanji will get easier and easier as you memorize more kanji. Well, why? Let's look at this kanji. This kanji looks really complex, right? But actually, it's built with 3 simpler kanjis that you might have already seen before. The left upper one, it means to die. The right upper one means month or moon. It's also used to write Monday, right? And the lower one, it means king. But as you can see, this complex kanji is just built up with 3 different kanji that you've already seen before. And one good news is that the left upper one of the onyomi of that left upper one is bo, and this kanji's onyomi is also bo. So you can see that it's literally the same onyomi, right? And this rule applies to a lot of complex kanji that's built up with, simpler kanjis. A complex kanji will take onyomi of whatever the kanji that's, part of it. And yeah, that's why it will be easier, and it will get easier and easier for you to memorize kanji as you memorize, more kanji. And one more thing is, don't be too stressed about memorizing kanji, because kanji isn't necessary for you to be able to speak Japanese. And there are too many kanjis to memorize that I have some kanji that I've never seen before, right? And a lot of time I have to, like ask Google to how to write that specific kanji because I can't remember it. And if a native Japanese is like that, like I don't expect you guys to know a lot of kanji. Like, so memorizing kanji shouldn't be your first priority of learning Japanese. There are so many things that you might wanna, know before you memorize hard kanji. So please don't be too stressed about it. And thank you for coming. Bye guys.